So I grew up reading books about magic written by Christian teachers. Uh, George MacDonald, who was a pastor and a poet, C.S. Lewis, who was a scholar and a teacher, um, and who wrote the Narnia stories. So when Christina found this reading stand, this book stand, uh, in the house of Gretchen Hannon, one of the wise elders of our church, at a yard sale. It seemed like magic. It had a book on it, and the book, one old book, and the book was by C.S. Lewis, and it was the case for Christianity. And in it, C.S. Lewis gives this message. He says, "We all want progress, but progress means getting nearer the place where you want to be. And if you've taken a wrong turning, then to go forward does not get you any nearer. If you are on the wrong road, progress means doing an about turn and walking back to the right road. And in that case, the person who turns back soonest is the most progressive person." There's nothing progressive about being pig-headed and refusing to admit a mistake. And I think if you look at the present state of the world, it's pretty plain that humanity has been making some big mistake. We're on the wrong road. And if that is so, we must go back, because going back is the quickest way on. So in one of the magical stories that I grew up on, when people are in need, in great need, this magical spirit, this force of the universe of love and life and light, that we call God, uh, appears and gives them a gift, a sign, an angel, some kind of help comes. And I feel as if right now, when the world is even more on a wrong road than it was 50 years ago, 60 years ago, when C.S. Lewis wrote that, uh, I feel as if we're getting magic, we're getting messages, we're getting signs, and one of the signs and messages is just what Lewis is saying. Go back. Go back. Go back to the ancient wisdom. Go back to the basics. Go back to the golden rule and the love of neighbor as ourself. Go back to these core principles and teachings that every religion has, not just Christianity, not just from Jesus, but every major religion and every school of common sense says if you want to live, this is how you have to live. If you want to thrive and flourish, this, it does not work to pursue the path of greed or where you take things all for yourself, your selfishness. It does not pay to do violence to the world or to other people. It might gain you something for a little while. You might go down that path for a little while and it looks just fine, but sooner or later you're going to find that if you really want to reach a world that is beautiful and good and loving and livable, you got to go back. You're going to have to go back and go back to those basics of love and start on that path again. So I feel as if we have these magic words and messages, and if we look for them, we're going to find them. We're going to find our way. I am full of hope about this, and it's such a delight when it happens, when we walk into a room and there is a reading table and there is a book and there is a message, and it's just what we need to hear at just the right moment. So believe in this magic, please. Have hope in it and trust in it, because if you do, then you'll look for it. Now, how do you look for it? Well, one way is that you go through the world with just open eyes, looking at nature, looking at books, looking everywhere you look at other people and conversations, and finding meaning, finding truth, beauty, magic. But another way, and a way to prepare for that, is, of course, to pray. Prayer opens us to this, to receptivity, to be receptive to this magic. It opens us to let that flow through us and to let us perceive it and hear it. Pray often, pray long, pray deeply, pray silently, pray in a way that opens you to magic. Because we need this. We need you. We need you to be doing this magic, and it's all about love. So let us pray now and open ourselves to it.